Chef Nick, Chef Nico, Chef Tyson. Welcome to my prep table. I'm your host, Chef Nico, with my four-legged friend Tyson. Sharpen your knives, grab your ingredients, and let's bring it to the board. Hey folks, on today's board recipe, we're making a simple guacamole. Yes, we all know everyone loves the beautiful avocado. We'll take two nice ripe avocados. You always want to squeeze them. Make sure they're a little soft, but not mushy. If they're mushy, they tend to be black inside. A lot of people don't like it when they get overdone. So you just want to squeeze them and make sure there's a nice soft texture on them. That's when you know we call it in the restaurant world on the turn, where the avocados are just about perfectly ripened. Okay? So we got our two avocados. So in the recipe, we're going to do onions, tomato, ancho chilies. I love using ancho chilies, but you could substitute with jalapeno chilies, jalapeno peppers, chipotle peppers, any kind of hot, spicy pepper you like. And again, if you don't like your guacamole hot, you don't have to put the peppers in. We're going to finish it with some fresh cilantro, some lime juice, lemon juice, garlic, and a little Cajun spice. This is your basic recipe for a simple guacamole. I'll show you guys how to make it, put it together real quick. If you got that football Sunday and you want to put out a nice little corn chips with guacamole, this is going to be the recipe for you. So if you got a food processor, step number one is you put about a tablespoon of garlic. We all know you can't get enough of garlic. You put about a half a cup of onions, about a half a cup of tomatoes, which is about one tomato and one Spanish onion. You put your ancho red peppers that I like to use. Always season your products with some salt and some pepper, and put about 1 teaspoon of Cajun spice. All right, you sprinkle that in there. That's your base, a simple base to your guacamole. Now, you can enhance your recipe, add some other ingredients that you might like, but this is your standard avocado guacamole recipe. We'll top this off with a little olive oil. Now, what I like to do is put these ingredients in first, okay? Then you want to pulse them out so you get them crushed down to almost like a puree. Okay, you could take off the lid. You scoop, you could smell the peppers, you could smell the onions. You're going to, okay, wipe down the sides. Maybe give it another push. Now, you're going to hold it right there. The reason is when I like my guacamole, some people like to make it chunky. We'll show you those steps in a minute. But I like to mash down my ingredients, combine the flavors, have them start fusing together before you add your avocados. Now, your avocados are softer in texture, so they'll mix in a lot better than your more rougher vegetables. Now, you look at this avocado and half the people probably say, how do you clean this? I'm going to show you two simple ways you could do this. Number one, you take your chef's knife, put it right in the middle of the avocado, and you want to hit the pit in the middle. You're going to give it a 360-degree turn and use the pit as your guide. Place your knife down. You're going to give your avocado a quick twist, and you're going to separate it. And then, of course, we got that big pit inside. you want to take your chef's knife, poke it into the pit, and just give it a quick turn, and out comes the pit. Okay? We want to discard that. Some people like to use the pit, and they put it in the avocado. So there's a myth. Some say that the avocado doesn't turn on you. Some people believe it. Some people don't. I like to discard it. Now, step 2, you're going to take a big spoon, you place it in the avocado, and just give it a nice twist. You want to use the skin as a guide and pop the avocado right out. No waste, no mess. It's all in a spoon. You open up your food processor and you dump it right in there. Now, my recipe calls for 2 avocados. But of course, on the show, we always make a smaller batch. Okay, you get everything out there. You could scoop it out if you want. It's a beautiful thing. Nice, plain, simple. Put your lid back on, and now you're going to give it another pulse. Now, folks, what's going on is you guys put your ingredients inside. Okay, now you have your lime juice and your lemon juice. Basically, the lemon juice and lime juice gives it flavor, but it also prevents the avocado from turning green. Okay? So we're just going to pulse down the avocado a little bit. Get that all together with the mixture. I'll hold this forward so you guys can see it. Okay? Then you're going to add about a tablespoon of lime juice and about a tablespoon of lemon juice. And that'll prevent your avocados from turning that dark color that everybody doesn't like. It's going to stay nice, green, vibrant colors. You take some fresh cilantro. You give it a rough chop. You're going to use about a half a bunch, depending on your liking, your flavors. That's all up to your own desire. That's what makes cooking fun. Okay, now you're going to give that another pulse. Get those ingredients binded together. Okay, we're going to take that off the food processor. We're going to grab ourselves another cup. And just like that, we got a nice, standard, fresh, basic guacamole. You have your onions in there, your tomatoes, your garlic. Put that in a nice little bowl. Okay? And there you have a nice, simple avocado recipe. Give it a little taste. If you need to adjust the seasonings, to me, that's to my liking. You feel the heat. The ancho chilies come on a little less gradual than using like a hot sauce. You get gradual heat. Now, one other step I want to show you guys. Let's say you don't have a food processor. And let's just kick that to the side. Okay? Very simple, folks. You take your knife and you're going to clean your avocado, the 360. You're going to separate it. We're going to take the pit out and just get rid of that like so. Now, folks, let's say you don't have the food processor. What do? Okay, the avocado is a beautiful fruit, vegetable, whatever you feel like calling it. You're going to take a paring knife, and what you're going to do is you're going to score it into about a 1/4 inch slice. And don't worry, folks, you won't cut your hands because you got the skin protecting you. Okay, you're going to turn it 180 degrees, and you're going to go the same way on the other side. Okay? Now you're saying to yourself, what did we just do? We literally just diced up the avocado. So you're going to get your mixing bowl. You're going to get your big old spoon and just dig it in there and watch it just break out of its skin. And it's already cut in pieces. Okay? We'll do that to the other one. We're going to score it. Remember, about a 1/4 inch. If you want to go smaller, thicker, that's up to you. Turn it about 180 degrees. And you're going to go across it like so. You're going to grab your spoon. And you're going to get your ready-made diced avocados. So you can use the remainder of your ingredients. Obviously, if you don't have a food processor, you won't get it smooth and creamy. But what you could do is you're going to rough chop all your ingredients. So we're going to make a nice chunky guacamole. We can put our diced onions in there, our tomatoes. Now, your peppers, what you're going to do, you're just simply going to slice those as well. Remember, these are dry, so they'll cut up and grind up very easily. You get all that good hot flavor in there. You put in a little bit of garlic, some Cajun seasoning, your lemon juice, your lime juice, a little salt, a little pepper, and a little olive oil. Okay? Now, you have an option. We have a spoon. You can use a fork and mash it down if you want to break up some of the avocado pieces. You're going to mash those up. If you want to use a larger bowl and get a mashed potato masher and mash it on up, feel free. It's all good. But here you'll have a nice chunky, a more chunky, actually it looks a little nicer this way. Looks healthier, like a salad. If you don't have the food processor. So now you got a nice, beautiful, chunky guacamole. Same ingredients, gonna taste the same. There's just gonna be a lot more texture in this one because everything is whole. Gonna discard your plate. So folks, there you have 2 versions of a guacamole. A nice rustic, chunky guacamole, or a nice, creamy, smooth guacamole if you have a food processor. You get yourself a couple of chips, and we'll do the little taste test. And there you have it, folks. Thank you for watching. We'll see you on the next episode when we bring it to the board. There you have it, my friends. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to visit us on mypreptable.com for today's recipe. Follow us on Instagram. Subscribe to us on YouTube. I'm your host, Chef Nico, with my 4-legged friend Tyson. Tune in for the next episode as we bring it to the board.